I can't tell if that's the chest hair or the beard hair.
You know what? I think we've got off to the wrong foot here with the soul patches and the beards.
Shave me off, this looks terrible.
Beard could talk, what would it say?
I don't know, I wouldn't say much. It's pretty thin. It's pretty malnourished.
What do you think?
Oh man, yeah, touch up real nice.
Today's presentation on Major League Rugby is brought to you by Globin, the official digital transformation partner of MLR. When technology meets passion, the unthinkable happens. And VitaCost, the official online health retailer of MLR. VitaCost.com. Take the cost out of healthy living. Here are today's lineups, brought to you by VitaCost.
Yes, Miami have had to make 2 changes in the pack. Alex McDonald's red cast last week means Alex Tucci comes into the front row and is joined by Wales international Kirby Myhill making his first start of the season. Keep an eye out, though, of this back row. Uruguayan international Dow and USA Eagle Benjamín Bonasso are superb. Forced changes in the back line and the centres from last week means Chilean international Santiago Videla comes in at 12 and is partnered by former Toronto Arrows manager Sepp Ditoy. Look out for the experience, of course, of 94-cap Argentine international Thomas Cabelli. Well, Jose Pellicina, he's got to make sure he wipes the slate clean from last week. Horrific end to losing against DC. They're back at home. They need to get a home win in this Eastern Conference. As we look at NOLA Gold, they've made just one change from the side that beat Anthem last week, and it's Penn State alumni Malcolm May that comes into the second row alongside USA Eagle veteran Cam Dolan. I'm expecting a big game, though, by club captain Monet Tongawear. He's at 6. He is a powerhouse and very good over the ball. There's forced changes in the back line after last week. Nikolai Foliaki comes in for his first start in the centres, and Julian Roberts gets to wear the 11 shirt. Keep an eye out on French international star Xavier Mignot. He scored on debut last week. He packs pace and a punch out wide. Danny Lee is expecting a full 80 minutes performance. After last week, they were great for 50 minutes, but didn't really finish the game off well. Miami going to be a much harder task today. He needs to be better. His men need to be better today.
Our referee is Canadian Robin Kaluzniak. Touch judges Emilia Luciano and Tom Ciampa. Television match official is Amanda Cox. It's a beautiful day in Miami. Mid 70 degrees. The crowds are flooding as well. Slight clouds in the distance as well. These two sides met twice last year, split at 1 apiece. And Miami in picture won 42-27 at the gold mine, while NOLA victorious here in Florida by 20 points to 13. But it's a new year and a new chance for both these sides. Miami on the left, you were screen in blue and pink. NOLA Gold in white to receive. Welcome to Miami's second home match of 2025. They face NOLA Gold in the Shark Tank. As an early kick downfield, territory will be vitally important for this Miami side. They put ball to boot huge amount of times last week. And they don't mind the kicking game at all, with a great Argentine flair as well, as they're in nice positions to execute. This one will find the touchline for the first line of the game. Well,
it's a massive contest today. Eastern Conference. If you're playing each other, you've got to get these wins. And for Miami, that disappointment of losing it in the last play last week, I hope that's still not haunting them. We had heard from Pellicina how he said the boys have wiped it clean. But this NOLA team, they're coming. They had a good week last week. They're coming again this week to get another win on the road, another win at the start of the season.
Pat O'Toole to throw. Got his 50th MLR appearance for NOLA Gold last week. Celebrated with 2 tries. 71 matches now in total in MLR. Nice ball down the top. Luke Campbell, the vice-captain, one of the vice-captains, has the ball back on the inside. NOLA with an early carry. Nikolai Foliaki helps as well as the forwards peel around. Here's Matt Harmer, known as Thor. 5 caps for the US Eagles, debuted in 2021. There's NOLA Gold to go to work. Cooper Coates is there as well, the Canadian international. Here's Campbell, rips it to the right-hand side. Plays flying up, getting on the front foot. O'Toole helps there as well. Little dummy switches the guy in middle here. Comes NOLA, goes straight away. Jonah Ma'u, beautiful stuff. Oh, just not able to hold there. The number 8 leading by example. The Samoan international cutting loose early doors.
Wow, just like that, it opened up right in front. Was it Fuliaki on his first game in NOLA Gold Cutters? No, sorry, there it is. Jonah Ma'u straight through the middle. Just that pass needed to just go to hand. Great tracking from Luke Campbell. He's a great star at scrum half. He's going to do that all game. But that was just all a little bit too easy, Dallin, early doors in this match.
Sauntering through, big Joe Ma'u, the 26-year-old. His father's from Samoa, mother from Croatia. Brothers Dan and Dion played with him at Waipu and were selected for the Croatian national team as well. Now the result, scrum time for Miami Sharks. Second year in Major League Rugby. Had a very decent first year, did the Sharks. Won 6 and lost 10 as they go to the boot. Now let's look at the keys for this game, Will.
Yeah, well, in terms of for both sides, they've got to be accurate in all things, but it's the discipline of Miami, the red card, the yellow cards. It was costly for them in the end, Dallin, last week. It's got to be better. And then set-piece accuracy. NOLA are going to bring it. They weren't great last week against DC. They need to be a bit more sure in that area. And as for the NOLA team, set-piece dominance, make sure you wipe the floor of Miami, and then the space is out wide. Miami like to defend narrow. There will be those opportunities out on the width for NOLA Gold.
Can NOLA exploit line-out time? It's knocked back, it's play on, ball hits the deck. And it's a nice first take there from Moni Tangawea. He's one of the vital players we mentioned, the captain of the side. A record 90th match for NOLA Gold, the only player to play in all 8 seasons for the side that started in Major League Rugby back again. Kick over the top to chase his centre, fullback's flying up, has put it down. Cooper Coates, get out of here. NOLA Gold stunned Miami Sharks in the tank.
Wow, what a bit of vision. Titamaki Glitchy puts it over the top. The winger, was that, sorry, the fullback in the air. Malanos just comes up too quickly, leaves the space in behind, and the ball sits up perfectly for Cooper Coates. It's a wonderfully weighted kick. If you're the fullback, Malanos just needed to hold his feet down, and he didn't need to shut the gate too quickly. Opened up that space. And that is such well-executed rugby. Talk about kicking. You can kick just aimlessly at times, but those attacking kicks was pinpoint work by the NOLA Gold 13. Cooper Coates gets his first try in gold colours.
Dorian Jones struck from 5 from 5 last week, and he continues where he left off. It's 7-0 for NOLA Gold. And Isaac Tatamaki with an essential kick over the top. Coates, the recipient, the man from the Halifax Tars Rugby Club, capitalises early on. Under 5 gone, 7-0.
Well, literally, that's the start you want on the road for New Orleans and for Danny Lee's men. Just settles everything. Playing in Major League Rugby away from home is not easy. The travel the day before, sometimes it might be a different time zone. Just getting yourself settled in the game, and that's what you want. An early score, a great score from NOLA. Good start for them.
O'Toole turned 30 this month on February 1st. Former Gaelic football player. His side go downfield to Tommy Malanos, the Rosario Athletic Club player back in Argentina. Host of players, of course, from South America. A real flair about them for this Miami Sharks. They conceded 2 tries early on last week, but came back in a phenomenal game when they were leading by 19 points. Of course, in the end, DC winning in overtime. But here it comes for Miami Sharks. Chance for their forwards to get involved. Here's the vice-captain, Ben Bonasso. 7 siblings watching on. 4 sisters and 3 brothers. His father was a rugby coach as well. It's a beautiful little offload. Oh, and then pinched by the Sheriff in midfield. Malcolm May getting involved there for NOLA Gold, turning things around when Mauro Repusone did really well with the carry. And Miami being chased back. This kick is absolutely perfectly placed.
That is glorious. That is absolutely brilliant game management by Dorian Jones. Talked about the 10s in the pre-game. As he gets the advantage, or sorry, when the ball's turned over, they haven't got the backfield set. Watch this landing, it rolls in, that's a 50-22. Landing inside the 22, rolling into touch, kicked it from inside his own half, just a memory for all those of the laws of rugby, and therefore NOLA Gold will get this line out.
On the left there, you saw Danny Lee play twice for the All Blacks of New Zealand, and 3 years with the San Diego Legion. 34-14, his regular season record. Will you play it under Danny Lee? We'll get to that in just a moment, what he likes, as Cam Dolan, one of the legends of NOLA Gold and US Rugby. 67 caps for the US Eagles, tied with Mike McDonald for the 2nd highest appearances of all time behind Todd Clever. And it's the Gold, up 7-0, really turning it on. In the early part of this game, Tongawea carries yet again, and from Oakland, California. Again, Dolan to the line. Scrum off looking for quick ball, Luke Campbell. able to get it to Jones, turns it back. Here's the inside centre, Foliaki, 27-year-old from Auckland, New Zealand.
You're fine there. Go off the ball.
And no advantage coming still. The arm comes out here from referee Kaluzniak.
Just good pressure though all around from NOLA, keeping hold of the ball, getting their ball carriers into the game early. I'm really intrigued to see how they're getting Tongawiera on the ball, Jonah Ma'u on the ball. These guys are powerful runners and they give you that go forward, getting in behind the Miami defense and play with tempo, play with pace. I know that's something that Danny Lee wants to inject into his New Orleans attack, but you can only get that when you get over the front foot. And what that leads to is then the pressure leads to penalties, and then maybe eventually points.
Danny Lee assisted by Taylor Howden and Kane Thompson, two former NOLA Gold players. Howden, a brilliant sevens player as well, played with him at Belmont Shore years gone by. Here they go to the top to the Sheriff. Malcolm A looping around, little move, Paul Mullen. 39 caps for the US Eagle, he peels around. Campbell, just a few meters out. Harmon is there.
Number 4.
Again the forwards, and now finally it's a kick, a bit too much power on that one from Dorian Jones.
I'm only laughing because that was so bad from Dorian Jones, but he didn't mean he had the penalty advantage. Lovely little play around the front. Big Paul Mullen, get over big fella, nearly close to the line. The USA Eagles swinging around the front. Lovely little play from Gold, and then just the pressure mounted, the penalty created. Dorian Jones had a free ball, a free play, but he probably wants that kick back, Dallin.
Well, he also he doesn't want you laughing at him. I tell you what, here we go. Pat O'Toole is a great character, is the Welshman. Ball hits the deck, whistle goes, and Miami come away with this one.
That's the accuracy talked about, both these teams at the set piece. Got to say for NOLA last week against Anthem, this was a key area they did so well. Pat O'Toole, the hooker. Let's just listen into what our referee maybe has to say.
We'll just wait for him. It's just going to be your scrum knocked on at the back. He's all right. Okay. Time back on. Scrum.
And that is Jose Pellicina, second year with Miami, worked with the Argentine Rugby Union, oversaw the player development, and we had a great chat to him again this week, and he said his English is really improving. He's got, you know, a blend of players from all different walks of life, 12 different countries, but he's done such a good job bringing them together. Heartbroken, of course, by the result last week.
Oh, he's quite funny. We got on the call with him. He just said before anyone even said anything, he just goes, just to let you know, we turned the page from last week. I just laughed and said, interview over. Yeah, no, he's a great character. There's plenty of characters with obviously the South American culture that's there in Miami, plenty of South American players, but he said he's really tried to build everyone together. The likes on screen there, that's Aldao wearing 6, but there, Cabelli, Argentinian legend, international, but you're partnering them with the Americans as well. It's hard to do, but they seem to be doing that well. And I'm sure for Miami, they want to get to the playoffs. Missed out on it last season, Dallin. They're wanting to get it this year. They have to have a good culture to get all the way.
And a great quote from Tomas Casares in the week saying, it's not often you get to play with an absolute legend, like Kubeli in picture. So what an honor it is for a lot of these younger players coming through to learn from the veteran 9. First ever Miami signing 94 caps. Their scrum struggled last week, but they do get the penalty, do Miami. Illegal scrummaging from NOLA Gold.
Referee saying that I think there's a Paul Mullen stepping around the outside. But you've got to say the power that's coming in from NOLA Gold. I stress, it was a real positive last week against Anthem. Scrum time was brilliant. Their line out, their maul, their push was excellent, and Miami going to have to match that. Yes, maybe technically they got the penalty there, but I'm looking at that, Dallin, and I'm thinking that's ominous. The power that's coming through from that NOLA Gold. Danny Lee will be still happy with that power, but just want to keep his discipline in the front row.
Kirby Mahill with a throw. The Welsh international.
Now you're good.
He has it at the back for the Miami Sharks. It's a nice solid drive from this Miami side. And now he peels away, throws the dummy, does Mahill, the 32-year-old. Campbell hits the deck. Martín Elías goes in at 9. And Miami Sharks, who really came to life after conceding 10 points last week, with Cabelli pulling the strings, they go to the sky once more. Chases down this near side is Marcus Young. Big tackle. Young comes in. He concedes a penalty against Julian Roberts.
15. Don't get involved. You're going to get the penalty reversed.
Attention for a bit of afters there, taken out in the air. As that looks to be a brilliant kick from Dorian Jones. He started so well in this opening 50 minutes or so. Great tech, Julian Roberts, starting today. Well, that's marginal. That's marginal. Got to say, Marcus Young might have been slightly unlucky. Yeah, if you take any bit of contact when the player's in the air, though, Dallin, you are probably going to get a penalty against you. And now New Orleans find themselves back in Miami's 22.
And what a vibe here in the Shark Tank. They did such a good job last week bringing the crowd in. And it's something that we mentioned. We spoke to the coach, Jose Pellicina, saying he really wants to get the family culture back here in Miami. And they're doing just that in Season 2. Line-out here for NOLA after a brilliant kick by Jones. At the tail of the line, a loop here from O'Toole. The hard running to Tamaki comes flying in for the gold. Back on the front foot. It's a good bump as well. Jonah Ma'u. Little jump step there from Tonga Wea. Still got the dancing shoes with those yellow cleats matching his jersey. Oh, beautiful pass back on the inside. Again, the sheriff with a good run, Malcolm May. Penn State University product on the right. Jones turns it. The fullback Coates goes wide. And there's the hand to Tamaki in the corner. They're scoring. NOLA Gold using the wide channels. Xavier Mignot flies in like he did last week. And the Frenchman has their second score.
French flyer on his second game in Major League Rugby, his second try. But for me, Dallin, it was the work of the forwards and my good pal, former USA Rugby teammate, Paul Mullen, new recruit to NOLA, with a lovely little tip ball, I believe, back in the inside. In the end there, oh, sorry, Matt Harmon, how dare I do disservice to the #1 for gold. It was the tip inside to Malcolm May, getting over the gain line, and then they just pull it out the back. Great hands, great fixing for Titamake, and then in the corner goes Cooper Coates. Oh, sorry, my bad, Xavier Mignot. Getting my names mixed up because it's so good, so exciting. Great work for New Orleans.
That wide channels, as you mentioned, that's where they found space. Dorian Jones, that's the first miss of the season for him. He just pulls it to the left. 12 points to nothing, though. 2 tries and a good early start to this game. Inside the first 15 minutes, it was a good line a little bit earlier from Nikolai Foloyaki. And Tatamaki getting heavily involved again in the second try. He put the kick over the top in the first. Mignot capitalizes there, and no smiles yet from Danny Lee. When do you think we'll see that? Maybe late in the game?
You probably won't see it throughout the whole game. It'll be maybe afterwards in the changing room if they pick up this win today. He knows that also they have to do an 80-minute performance. They started so well last week. They're starting really well this week, but this is still a long way to go.
Totally, and DC would have given the message as well. They conceded 29 points before coming back to win 31-29. There's a real purple patch in the middle for the Miami side. Ooh, almost charged down. But very impressed with the boot of the young Flav, Dorian Jones. Miami, this time they keep it in hand. Looking for Malanos to attack the line. Tommy Malanos, nicknamed the Pest by his teammates. He's just such a chatterbox, particularly when people want a bit of quiet time. He's not the player to have around. Digging in there is Kubeli. To the left-hand side for Elias. It's a floated pass and just stalling the attack slightly. It's a solid frame of Manu Ordao. His brother also an international Uruguayan player in the Sevens World Series. Rebosone carries well, does a 31-year-old from Argentina. Well, that's good flat ball, good hands here from Muti, the MLR champion in 2021 with Los Angeles. And now like good hands. Videla was there in midfield.
Hold that mark, please.
Fullback last week. As Giuseppe Tui goes to the ground. Again, they keep it alive superbly. Young on this near side. Miami over the halfway line. Their best attack so far.
He's fine there.
And they will get a penalty infield.
Yeah, they're coming all the way back. I think Jonah Ma'u with a high shot. Questioning whether they might have a look there. Great to see Benny Bonasso, though, down on those widths. He's got such good hands. I mentioned it in the game that we had on Friday. When you have back rowers who have the ability to ball play as well, it just adds another threat to your game. And the USA Eagles showing that on the width there. As Miami have now a chance just to get inside the NOLA half. I mean, in this opening 50 minutes, haven't had any kind of territory inside NOLA Gold. 50 meters or so out at the moment. Can they get this kick? Elias close as he can. So probably just outside the 22, but they can finally mount an attack.
Yeah, they showed real intent last week. Their average last season was 2.5 tries per game. They managed to score 4 tries. As you get a look here at the supporters, they've got shirts made and all sorts of great things going on in the crowd here.
Wait for the arm.
Such a colourful outfit, the Miami Sharks, as Kirby Myhill looks to throw in here in the Shark Tank. A nice lift. Federico Gutierrez is the recipient. And now in midfield, it's Marcus Fualau. He hits the line hard. New to Miami from the Dallas Jackals.
And it's slowing it down.
More advantage for Miami. In move to the nice loop around there, thrown by Tucci. And Tommy Milanos is there, the former Argentine 15 player. Back on the heavy charges is Revasone. Played in the Italian top 10. That little flick there. That is Revasone now. Gutierrez was the one that crashed it in a bit earlier. The home side looking to exploit a bit of space. Ordao gets the offload to Kubeli. And here we go. The stab through from Videla has been picked up. And the whistle goes.
Number 12,
So
not
far,
rolling away.
it's momentum for Miami.
It's good to see playing with pace, getting their forwards, carrying hard through the middle.
Happy mark here.
I know they had a chance at playing advantage, so that's maybe why they kicked in the end, but I'd like to see them keep the ball in hand. Martín Elías, number 10, playing flat at the line. Great to see, bring his forwards into the game, ask questions. That little tip play, Ordao, the Uruguayan, I've played him internationally. He's an absolute beast. He's a nugget. So he's a hard man to bring down. But there right at the end, Alan, I know when you have a penalty advantage, sometimes you do want to try something. I would say for Miami, just keep the ball in hand. Go another phase, and you might have opened up NOLA again on that far side. Anyway, they come back for the penalty, 3 points, and Elías looks to get his name on the board.
New player from the Dallas Jackals as well. The Rosario Athletic Club in the Urba Top 14. They know him well there in Argentina. The 28-year-old lines up his first kick for the match. Martín Elías opting to try get early points on the board inside the first 20. That's a nice looking strike. The flags go up. They're on the board, the Sharks. It's 12 points to 3 after 18 minutes in the tank.
A great signing coming in, of course. Dallas Jackals no longer with us in Major League Rugby, so a lot of these teams have picked up the players from the Jackals, and that's one of them, Martín Elías. He was a quality playmaker for Dallas last year, and now, hold on, just before I say, that is a brilliant restart, Dan. And as I was talking up Elías there, I think he's the one who just switched off. And from the restart, they've just drilled it into the corner and found themselves 5 minutes out. Just watch this again. Doran Jones just sees space. I think it's Elías who's not back in time. Keeps it low. Wow. Miami just completely taking their head out of the game there.
Miami with Ordao go to the line, and Dorian Jones has had 2 unbelievable kicks in the opening 20 minutes of this game. One was a 50-22, that one was off the kickoff. Miami under pressure as they go downfield. The counter from NOLA. Roberts receives. Stab it over the top from Cooper Coates. It's been well fielded from Kubeli. Throws a dummy. Kubeli now links up on the outside. Oh, the big shot comes in. A massive hit to the deck. It stays with the Sharks. Tomas Kubeli, the captain, feeds it to Alex Tucci. His mom Lisa, his dad Jack, and stepmom Linda and sister and Marie all watching tonight. Again, it's a downfield kick. Field one more time from Roberts. Coach goes to the sky. Miami Sharks are back there to receive. Elías finds Milanos. Full of running is the fullback, Tommy Milanos, former Argentine under-20 captain. The Sharks keep it near the short side, sending their forwards in. Had a standing start, they hit the deck. And penalty goes the other way to NOLA Gold. That's unfortunate for Miami.
Fantastic work, Cam Dolan. The old man, the veteran. USA Eagles still getting low. But talking about getting low, watch this hit. Fuliaki in his first start for NOLA, bang! Just comes in, almost blindsides the Miami attacker. Great defense. They've really set the tone early in this match. This first 20 minutes, I'm sure we're going to go to a water break in a minute, but it has all been about NOLA.
Yeah, very impressed with the centre pairing. Very impressed with Dorian Jones as well. You mentioned the scrum off. Such a creative backline with a lot of good work in the forwards as well.
Yeah, you're good right there.
So here we go, 12-3.
Yeah.
Miami under pressure at home.
Clear numbers for them, and I'll make sure they do the same for you.
Studied energy systems engineering, formerly with the Sabercats in San Diego in years gone by. Found a home here as top try scorer for NOLA Gold in franchise history. Has 17 tries. It goes the other way. Fuala moves it across, and the kick hits a touchline. So NOLA will still have an attacking lineup.
That's going to be the water break.
And we are going to step away for just a few moments for hydration break. And it is NOLA Gold that lead 12 points to 3 against Miami from the Inter Miami Sports Field in Florida. Be back in just a moment.
In an ever-changing landscape where every decision matters, our mission is clear: to delight our customers at every turn. At Globant, we create the digital products everybody loves and empower global brands by building impactful solutions for millions of people. Our studio networks are responsible for creating experiences that leave a lasting impact, building AI-powered business solutions tailored to each industry, empowering brands with a blend of creativity, strategy, and technology, enhancing efficiency and accelerating breakthroughs with a unique AI model and agents for software development, boosting productivity with cutting-edge tech and implementation services with market-leading partners. Driven by technology and passion, we dare to go far, we dare to go fast, we dare to disrupt. Globant, technology that dares to delight.
Welcome back to a beautiful day in Miami. These sensations have left the beautiful beaches and I understand supporting their home side, who are up against it here, 12 points to 3. Jose Pellecina has some work to do with Miami side.
It does, but it's been NOLA Gold's control, and it's really come from the number 10, Doran Jones, putting his team in the right areas of the field, some fantastic territorial kicking. As for Miami, they probably had only one visit inside the NOLA half. They have come away with points. So it's just really trying to hold firm in their defense. They're bringing a lot of forward runners into the game, NOLA. The set piece has been pretty good as well. You've got to make some big shots. Two-man hits is what they want to go after, Miami, and really stop this NOLA attack.
Tool to throw at the line out. Miami kicked 27 times in open play last week. This time they have to defend. That was a low ball to handle. And Foliaki couldn't do it. A chance for Miami to attack out wide. Here's Tucci. The Canadian international centre puts a kick over the top. The chase is there. Superb pickup. Getting very close to the line. Now that was very creative. Thrown to the deck. It was Connor Burns. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, I hope he's okay too. NOLA were looking to try and play quickly there. Whether he just got a bit of whiplash, his head bang on the floor, but this is really good play from Tucci. Sees that there's no one in the backfield, dabs it through. Burns shows some pace, great little bounce, and in the end it's Mignot who actually gets back really, really well. Sits up and watch this tackle, takes him all the way into bounds. Yeah, I think he just hits his head on the floor, which is probably what he's feeling there at the moment. I really hope Connor Burns is okay. He had such a horrible year last year, out with injury, a knee injury. So the last thing you want to see is yet another potential something that puts him to the sidelines.
Yeah, his family watching tonight in the UK. He also wants to shout out his Lindenwood Lions alumni. Player that turned 26 last month on January 5th.
Actually has their hand on the ball last,
getting some attention.
So it would be a Miami line out.
So we just heard there from our TMO,
so we should
Amanda
play the
Cox.
knock on by Miami prior to the ball going into touch, and we'll go scrum to NOLA.
Let me look for a knock on.
Yeah,
they both have the ball. It's ripped. Ball is ripped by NOLA.
I'm gonna go with that. It's knocked on, and then it came off a NOLA player, so it's gonna be a scrum. Yeah. We will wait for him. Yeah. Give it a second, and the mark will be just on the 5 here.
It's actually ripped in the tackle. You could argue and say that's maybe a penalty. As soon as you're tackling someone, you cannot play the ball like that, albeit that was done at a high pace. So we do have a scrum. We've only seen one scrum, I believe, so far in this match, which was very much NOLA showing their power. So it could be a good exit opportunity. We just hope that Connor Burns there is okay.
They showed the power but conceded a penalty as well. So here we go. Now it's their ball. Fair first chance. Up front, Matt Hoppen, Pat O'Toole, Paul Mullen. Up against Muti, Mahill and Tucci for our Miami. The feed here from Luke Campbell, former Hurricanes and Super Rugby and Norbo. And in France, they go wide early on. Here's NOLA Gold showing their intent. And now they put it down. Julian Roberts, Life University running eagle. Down the throat of Malanos. Elias wants to cut back against the short side, with a space here for the Miami Sharks. So here we go, Marcus Young. Oh, it's a perfect pass. He finds Manu Ordal. Ordal drives the legs. The Uruguayan international has him in a perfect opportunity and space. The toy again across field. Malanos takes on a couple. Young is there in support. Tomas Kubeli firing his forwards back on the front foot. Rebusone The big frame carries hard. It's another good line as well from Benjamín Bonasso, the vice-captain. They leave it behind, they still play on. Santiago Viadella, 35 caps for Chile. As Miami are driven back just a little bit. Kabeli picks. Bonasso, beautiful hands. Fualau yet again. Getting in the backfield. Dolan told to leave it alone. Here's Mile yet again, with that fascinating hairstyle of his. Behind the back it goes. Martín Elías, Bolaños, Ardao burning a couple of players. Still going strong. He's such a powerful runner, Manu Ardao, as Miami continue to surge forward. Mile gets missed. And Alex Tucci's there, diving for the line. The big front rower is in. He learnt his rugby in Florida, and now he scores the professional try for the Sharks.
Excellent build-up play from the Sharks. You can tell the home crowd enjoyed that one. Really nice handling and great decision-making as well. It starts off by some brilliant picking off on the edge. Marcos Young, Marco literally finds some brilliant space, and Ardao, he's going to get himself involved about 3 times in this build-up. In about 3 different occasions, he carries so well. They just keep the ball alive. They don't panic, don't kick it away, just keep it alive. And in the end, they get rewarded for that patience. Great little look at this skip. Kirby Myhill just leaves it, and big Alex Tucci gets over.
All clear, all clear.
Kick goes over. It is 12 points to 10. Alex Tucci played rugby for the Okapi Wanderers Rugby Club in Western Florida nearby. You know they're tuning in to watch this local sensation do his thing. Former football scholarship as well, but he also played rugby with the Rams. He is a unit and such a creative runner.
It's a great pass from Cabello as well. It's the little things. It's fantastic drive, getting over the line, the big man Tucci. But it's the pass, it's just leaving it as well. I was thinking Kirby Myhill was going to grab it, but he didn't. He just acted as that decoy. Superb pass by the Argentine scrum half. And Tucci gets Miami's first try of the game.
The restart from Dorian Jones, the 33-year-old from Wales, has Miami Sharks looking to run yet again. Danny Lee, coach of NOLA Gold, said that Miami get very excited when they have ball in hand. And yes, they play the territory, but when they turn it on, they can be such a dangerous side. But here comes NOLA Gold on the other way, and it's Cooper Coates making his presence felt. A try so far for him today, and another little break from the fullback. Jones takes his time, another little kick. He's just got such great feet, signing up for Inter Miami.
If your men are countering, remember they can't grab
really good.
the ball, yeah?
Just as a playmaker, just those little bits of territory, meters gained. Number 10 there, formerly of the Dragons. Of course, his father, Kingsley Jones, long-time head coach with Canada. Rugby runs in the family, Dallin, and you can tell it runs in the family because his rugby IQ is superb.
Well, I'll tell you what, he wants to shout at his mom, Jo, watching in Wales. She hasn't missed a game for 27 years. Also, his wife, Chloe, hello to her, watching wherever she's around the world. But you mentioned Kingsley Jones, coached for 7 years in Canada, former international himself as well. I mean, how great is that to have such a sporting family?
It is. I mean, literally, rugby runs through the blood. And he is such a quality operator. He's also such a good communicator as well. I know that, having seen him play now for a while. He was at Argentine a little bit, so he's got rugby from around the world.
And his brother Reese, Welsh Sevens legend as well. We didn't forget about you, Reese boy. So here we go, Miami, who just trailed by 2. As we approach the half-an-hour mark in this Week 2 clash. One more game in Major Rugby coming after this. Houston, Los Angeles. We saw Utah a bit earlier with an unbelievable first-up display against the Chicago Hounds.
Yeah, really strong win. Dylan Fawcett, his 100th, of course. Gordon the Butcher, becoming the first in Major League Rugby history to a century of games. It's a great achievement, but I'll tell you one thing, that the Hounds will be disappointed against Utah at first game at home for Chicago. But this Utah team, I've got to say, I know we're focusing on this game, they've signed very well. They were very good in preseason. Obviously missed week 1. It was their bye week, so they were raring to go. That's a great win for the Warriors. And obviously for the Hounds, that'll be disappointing.
Yeah, the score there, 45-31. The byes this weekend for New England, DC, and Seattle. And currently we're back here in the Miami game. So, early try for them. Nice front pod in the line-out. As Elias with a chip over the top. Oh, it's well read. What beautiful skills to come in to collect that. And it was the fly off Jones yet again, just showing his skill set, his vision to be in the right place at the right time. Cooper Coates takes it upfield, and now a few extra yards for NOLA Gold. This time to the boot from the fly half. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me yet again. Of course. He must be a brilliant golfer as well. The way he can just chip it over the top into the space. Remarkable.
Oh, superb. Everything about his game at the moment is turning to gold. Even just that awareness, you said, Dallin, the awareness to take this ball. It's a good attack from Miami. They got a line speed in front of them, so going behind that defense. But Doran Jones just spots it. He comes, sweeps around brilliantly, keeps the ball alive, and then he gets back on his feet, controls things, sees that no one's in the backfield, or certainly no one's deep enough in the backfield, and drills another 50-22.
2 meters, good.
Truly remarkable. NOLA Gold with Malcolm May. And they've knocked that one on, and that is unfortunate for them. They forwards a couple times that happened so far in this game. Definitely something to iron out in the early start of the year.
I was saying before this match just how dominant they were at a set piece last week. Pat O'Toole on camera there with the headgear. He was brilliant on his 50th appearance. I'm not saying that was his fault, but just something's not clicking at the moment. And those would be the kind of things for Danny Lee, where he'll look at half-time and see how much territory his side has had and ultimately possession. And yet he's only leading this game by 2 points. I can imagine that area has got to be cleaned up.
You saw a nice poster as well. Kabeli, can I have your jersey? I'm sure it's in hot demand, that number 9 jersey of the Miami Sharks. But you can get merch online at the Miami store. Ships worldwide as well.
Come over there.
So scrum will just reset here from our referee, Canadian.
Coming to that side.
One of the reasons he wanted to officiate, referee Robin Kaluznak, was that he was frustrated when he was playing
our
about
bind up.
how referees manage, and he said, you know what, I can do
his back
better.
or on his side.
There he is, professional referee.
I'm sure there's many players that think like that, but they never have the bottle to get out there and do this. So look, credit to all referees. It's a thankless task, as I like to say. I like to think I respected them pretty well, but I'm sure there'll be some referees who might disagree with me with that in my playing days.
Oh, you're such a nice guy, really. Began refereeing at age 16 to Kaluznak. He's 8 games last year. Miami attack off the base. Good little pick from Marcus Fallout. State champion in 7s and 15s while Kent Lake High School. Elias, the flower, puts them downfield. That's a better kick, preventing NOLA Gold from going quickly.
Great exit. Great exit from Elias. You can see in the top left corner those territory gains provided by Sportable, that technology in the ball. Actually just in the valve of the ball, a little GPS. That's why you're going to get those numbers and data, which just give us an indication maybe on how a team is going throughout the match, because territory gain is so important. Interesting to see the amount of kicks, pretty even at the moment. Miami, of course, kicked so much last week. It's definitely a tactic in their game.
No, it really is. I love that technology as well. Normally you just rely on you, Will, having to calculate in your head, so it's so good we've got some official stat counts. As Kirby Myhill goes on a run for Miami.
11, Tom.
They scored the last try. Turn back to Elias yet again. Viadella on that far side, linking up some good hands from the fullback. And now it's Connor Burns, who has another run down that side, but the defenders come in and push him out.
Great hands from Miami, but for Connor Burns, just got to stay in play. Just catch and pass, simple stuff in rugby, stay square. Get your hands out early for those youngsters at home. Catch early, therefore you can pass early. In the end, Connor Burns got to try and stay away from the lineup. Here we hear from the TMO.
Take 2 meters, please. Yeah, thank you.
We did hear the voice of Amanda Cox, our television match official, but we play on for NOLA Gold. Campbell finds his flower for Jones, puts the kick over the top. He tended the University of Wales, and Cardiff met to Jones. Miami, what to have their sleeve with Tommy Malanos. Goes high. Chasers, can they get close enough? They give Coates plenty of time to find Jones again on the loop around. And here's Roberts on the outside. Selected in the 2023 MLR Collegiate Draft. Flying into the contact. So there we are yet again. Looking for good work, leading by example. Flat ball there from Foliaki. So the third phase, they decide to put it over the top. This time, well marshaled from Miami Sharks, and they return the favor with a kick. A bit of soccer skills to go there from Cooper Coates. Jones yet again, this time on the right-hand side. Oh, just the way he put the spin on that one. Delicious.
It's an absolute masterclass. Oh, they're going to go quick and not getting away with it. There you go, Doran Jones. He wanted to try for himself. Chased his own kick. Yeah, I definitely think Connor Burns is struggling. I've seen it now in a couple of passages of play. Definitely something's wrong with the 11 for Miami, but that man there is having an absolute dream
Robin, do you have me?
start to the game.
Yes, I can hear you, Amanda.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Connor Burns, the
Amanda,
three-time
do you have
collegiate
anything
rugby
for me?
championship winner. Well,
No, that one questionable tackle at that line out by NOLA 11, it was a penalty.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I'll have a word. Thank
Okay, yeah, it was a no arms tackle by NOLA 11 at Tom's line out.
you. Okay, gotcha. Sorry? In the mouth? Okay. I'll have a word. I'm guessing it's an accident, but I will definitely make sure he doesn't do that. Yeah. I understand.
so you heard a no-arms tackle.
11's coming off. Do we have
Happened a bit earlier, so it is Connor Burns that will leave the field, the 26-year-old.
Check zone, do we have a sub on for 11?
Jose
Is your sub
Pellicina
on?
having to go to the bench early on.
No, wait. Hey, we're playing.
More tape may fix the problem. What do you reckon, Will?
I don't know. I know he's been struggling. He's a warrior, and obviously all that rugby he missed last year, he's going to want to stay on that field. And I just hope for his sake, he's genuinely okay.
32 minutes gone. New Orleans lead 12 points to 10 in this week 2 clash here in Miami.
Okay, I'm okay with him, thank
It's
you.
a better line out from Palatul on his side. Paul Mullen is in there too. Played the Rugby World Cup in Japan in 2019. Another 5 position. Here it is here. John Ma'u has a good run, the Samoan international. The One Pacifica player in 2023. Here's a 2 yet again.
Playing advantage, high
Miami
tackle,
flying up,
number
but there's
5.
advantage for NOLA now. Oh, running into another brick wall is Luke Campbell.
Still advantage.
Still with the advantage, and it will stay there with NOLA.
Number 5,
Decision
high
time
tackle.
now, of course, for the side.
Be interesting to see what they do, whether they just take the points. Easy chip shot for someone like Doran Jones. Luke Campbell would have felt that as he picked up from the base of scrum off. Run into the 2 forwards. You never want that.
Check, please.
I think we're going to check a high tackle, though, from earlier.
I think he hit the shoulder and then slid up. But can you have a look at the tackle by number 5, please, to determine the degree of danger? We're having a look. I'll let you know the decision.
Okay, Robin,
I
I'm
understand.
taking a look.
Thank you.
I'm looking at a double tackle between number 1 and number 3 with the scrum half, with the scrum cap. Is that the one you're looking at?
The one that happened right where the ball currently is, right here. I believe it was number 5 involved, but have a look, please. If you have no clear evidence, we'll be sticking with the penalty here.
Here's the footage that our team is reviewing. Don't forget last week, Alec McDonald suspended for 3 weeks, a red card. Wearing the number 3 jersey for Miami. Adding picture again is number 3. This time it's Alex Tucci.
And I don't think that looks great, I'll be honest. Always looks worse in slow motion, but the way that the game's been
Robin, I'm seeing a
officiated.
penalty only by blue 3.
Sorry, Amanda, I can't hear you clearly. Can you just tell me if we're sticking with the penalty or if there's anything more?
Penalty, blue 3, head contact, penalty
thank you.
only.
We're sticking with our penalty right here, just a high tackle. Thank you. Okay, penalty's right here, just a high tackle.
So in the end, Miami get lucky, and just the penalty from Alex
Just in a
Tucci.
little bit, yeah.
Discipline
Sure,
we
sure.
mentioned was
We're
going to
gonna
be the issue, and
Shot a goal.
luckily they stay on the field, but they may concede 3 here.
I mean, I think he's very lucky to be on the field still. That is a head contact towards the neck and head area, and for me, that's a yellow card. But anyway,
Understand.
Doran Jones makes it 3 points.
Successful penalty, 15 points to 10. NOLA Gold lead after 34 minutes here in the Shark Tank. There's still a very tight one here with 2 tries to 1.
Always critical to take those points on offer. I know for maybe NOLA Gold fans back in Louisiana, shout out to all them at the watch parties. But away from home, Danny Lee will just want to make sure his side continues to tick that scoreboard over, keep that control throughout this game and not have instances like that.
Yeah, drop there, play on for NOLA Gold. You've got to play on, my friends. Ben Bonasso was away for the try.
I understand. I blew the whistle
And
right
no
away. I
wonder
didn't want
everybody's
somebody to get
standing
hit. I understand.
Referee said he blew the whistle and understands Robin Kaluzniak. He would want that one back.
Wow. We were just putting our hands on our heads. That would have been a try for Miami. I think Miami were lucky to still have Alex Tucci on the field from the penalty against them earlier. But this one drops it, and then it's straight into the breadbasket of Benny Bonasso. You could say that Julian Roberts, the 11 for NOLA, if he had known that the play was still going on, he would have maybe made the tackle. But still, anyway, Miami have this scrum just inside the NOLA 22.
I will say, to his credit, though, Patatul did play it again and touched it. So the play is dead, actually. So there we go. Happened very quickly. Scrum time. Miami Sharks. Kubeli wants to dig this one as they pop up in the front. In midfield, it's a short line. It's a good angle coming in from Videla. And now the forwards. In fact, it comes down to Marcus Young, the right wing. He's been tackled high. Tomas Kubeli, options left and right. He decides to go to Manohar Dow. It's always a good option. 133 turnovers in 2024, top the MLR charts. He's going strong so far this year.
You're fine there.
Penalty from in front for Miami.
No, that was very clear penalty. Shot.
Chance reverberating around the Shark tank here in this Eastern Conference clash. And a chance for Martín Elías to bring out the tee and get them just a little bit closer.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, New Orleans has definitely been the higher territory, the higher possession you like to think in this first half. So any chance that the Sharks can get just to keep creeping back on the scoreboard before half-time, I'd be hopeful that Elias makes this be a 2-point game.
Here goes the fly half with everybody watching. Martín Elías, the 28-year-old from Rosario. Played for the Sable Rugby and Aguadas 15 in Super Rugby Americas. From in front, chips this one over, and it's 15-13. 2 points just separating these two teams with 3 minutes to go to the half.
The Sharks have been efficient. As soon as they've got into the red zone of New Orleans, they come away with points. So that'll be something that Jose Pellicero will be very happy about going into the break, as Doran Jones looks to go quickly again off the restart.
Wow, almost catching them unawares on that far side. He's such a skillful player. Look, they push players up from the Miami far side. NOLA to have their attacking line-out.
Just excellent awareness, isn't it? I wonder whether this is something that they saw in the footage. A reminder to everyone that in the week, you're always looking at those key elements of the game where you might be able to get an upper hand. And the way that Doran Jones, at any time he's had a restart, he's gone quickly. He's had a good chase from NOLA. Maybe they're trying to inject tempo into it. Well, what it is doing is it is catching Miami off guard.
His accuracy is phenomenal. NOLA here with O'Toole's throw. The receiver from Killian Galtier. I haven't mentioned his name much, the French international, but he's certainly adding his experiences. O'Toole goes on a lovely driving run.
Stay on.
May wants next receiver, Malcolm May, with Mullen with him, clearing out a few would-be ruckers. Jones behind the back. Here goes Cooper Coates into the line. Julian Roberts is there with him. Campbell, quick ball to the right-hand side. Tongaria carries yet again in match number 90, the all-time record for NOLA Gold. Here's Mullen.
Stay out.
Brother who's a professional cyclist watches on. He's three brothers and a sister as well. Tongaria behind the back, shooting line from Miami. Roberts has it. He steps off his left foot. Carries nicely, does the winger. Secure possession. Again, it's Moni Tongaria. Oakland Warthog rugby player in years gone by. Dolan with a no-look pass back on the inside. A drop goal from in front from Dorian Jones.
To the left.
Just to the left-hand side.
Kind of just saw it. I'm not sure he actually expected the ball. But again, just trying to show his repertoire. It was the inside ball from Cam Dolan, which I think just found Luke Campbell, the scrum half. He didn't expect it. And then certainly Doran Jones didn't expect it as well. If you watch Cam Dolan, I think he wants Paul, is it Paul Mullen on his inside? In the end, they do keep hold of it. Bit of a shot to nothing. Understandable decision, but you just think, no, to just keep hold of the ball. You're making momentum.
Driven back a bit here. Now it's the big number 8. Jonah Ma'u does really well, gets the fend and the legs driving as well. Represented the Valley Rugby Club while in Hong Kong. A nice ball here to Galtier. Support on the inside.
Missed the ball.
NOLA Gold again with Tongaria.
Leave it.
Luke Campbell apparently gets a ride to practice every day from Dorian Jones. They live next to each other, to the halfback combination. And that's certainly good for the chemistry of the side. Pat O'Toole carries it again. Very impressed with his game so far. who was standout last week and continues that sort of form. Roberts, Tongawe linking up superbly. Coates on the outside, the international from Canada. And just tackled it a touch with Roberts, a 24-year-old from Hawaii. The ball goes the other way to the Miami Sharks. Marcus Young looking for work. Ardau is there.
Stay on.
And Kubeli just puts this one out. He wants to bring the halftime whistle in. And what an entertaining opening 40 minutes we've witnessed. It's NOLA Gold with a very slender lead here in the Sunshine State. And here's a look at our try summary. 3 tries in total in this game. Some great width from NOLA. We had some wonderful strikes from Cooper Coates early on. And Xavier Mignot touching down. And the big frame of Alex Tucci getting one down for the Miami Sharks.
Yeah, we talked about NOLA and how they would attack to the width, and they had some good opportunities there. Love getting it into the hands of someone like Xavier Mignot. And NOLA have the lead in this half.
So time for a short break. We'll return with a halftime show from the Shark Tank in Florida. Score 15-13. NOLA lead Miami.
Welcome to the Rugby Rundown.
A one-stop shop for all rugby lovers, from unparalleled access, big-name interviews, and special features.
I'm Alana Martin.
Jocko here.
We've got you covered.
In an ever-changing landscape where every decision matters, our mission is clear: to delight our customers at every turn. At Globant, we create the digital products everybody loves and empower global brands by building impactful solutions for millions of people. Our multi-talented global team infuses AI into everything we do. Our unique culture of autonomy, authenticity, and action enables us to make swift decisions at an unprecedented pace. Globant, technology that dares to delight.
Welcome back to beautiful Miami. It's halftime between the Sharks and NOLA Gold. There's so many wonderful things happening in Major League Rugby. Will another one is a 6-part documentary series going behind the scenes with the Chicago Hounds. I believe you feature on this again. I hope you're getting paid big bucks, but what a wonderful story tracking this, and the first episode's available, right?
Yes, I play a very small role in it, very privileged. Look, it's showing Major League Rugby growth, the behind the scenes of the Chicago Hounds, following them last season. Boy, is there some drama. It is a quality production. You must go and watch it.
Here's a sneak peek. Enjoy.
And rugby is a unique sport that appeals to the American psyche. It's fast, it's physical, it's nonstop.
the ability to get hit really hard, get back up again, and just go again and again and again.
I reckon I've had about 8 MRIs in my life.
I'm really fortunate that this wasn't my career ender.
It's barbaric. It's gladiatorial stuff.
I think it's just a little nick, isn't it?
In rugby, it's 80 minutes of violence every weekend.
But we like it.
Last season, the Chicago Hounds became a Major League Rugby team.
James found us a stadium, they hired Sam, and then we lost 8 games in a row.
But last year was humbling. I made a concerted effort this year to get the biggest, ugliest, hungriest that the MLR has ever seen. We got the pressure on us, but we welcome that.
For me, the goal is to win an MLR championship this year, at least make a final.
We've got to trust ourselves, we've got to trust each other, and we'll come away with victory today.
Feeling unstoppable.
It's time to hit. It's time to fly. It's time to leave it all on the line. It's time to get loud. And time for tradition. This is our time. This is your time. It's rugby time, America.
In an ever-changing landscape where every decision matters, our mission is clear: to delight our customers at every turn. At Globant, we create the digital products everybody loves and empower global brands by building impactful solutions for millions of people. Our studio networks are responsible for creating experiences that leave a lasting impact, building AI-powered business solutions tailored to each industry, empowering brands with a blend of creativity, strategy, and technology, enhancing efficiency and accelerating breakthroughs with a unique AI model and agents for software development, boosting productivity with cutting-edge tech and implementation services with market-leading partners. Driven by technology and passion, we dare to go far, we dare to go fast, we dare to disrupt. Globant, technology that dares to delight.
When we pick up the ball, we also pick up a legacy. A legacy that stretches beyond your current team. A legacy built on the backs of those who came before you with hard work. And for those who will come after you, we promise it won't be easy. But we'll be there, supporting you on and off the field.
Let's take a look at the game from Friday night as San Diego Legion really bullied an Anthem team in Charlotte. It began so well with Lepetti getting in the corner. Anthem did come back, and hey, a first try in his Major League Rugby career for Eric Storty. But then the Legion just kept coming. End of the first half, Ryan James gets in, and the bonus point is in the bag. Second half, the momentum kept going towards the Legion. Ethan Grayson getting in and becoming man of the match. All a bit too easy for the Legion men. 2 games, 2 wins. They look like a team to watch in this competition.
Here's a look at the results this weekend, brought to you by Globant. And we mentioned the first one, but the Utah game, what a stunner. Their first game of the season, 45 points to 31. Of course, the current game, as you mentioned here, it's 2 points the difference between these two sides. And then on Sunday, which is today, a little bit later, we finish off in the City of Angels, and it's Los Angeles RFC hosting the Houston SaberCats for another big clash. We can also look at our standings, brought to you by Globant, and our 2 different conferences and the West so far. After that second win, San Diego stand atop there. Utah have only played 1 game, of course, so that's where they sit. But it's the East, of course, that is as tight as a boxer's glove. All 4 sides there on 5 points, but it is the early stages of this competition so far, and who will punch their ticket to secure the top spot. We can take another short break. Halftime highlights from Florida up next. Current score in this game, it's 15-13, and it's NOLA that lead Miami.
the chest hair or the beard hair.
You know what? I think we've got off to the wrong foot here with the soul patches and the beards.
Shave me off. This looks terrible.
Beard katoff, what would it say?
I don't know. Wouldn't say much. It's pretty thin. It's pretty malnourished.
What do you think? Oh man, yeah, touch up real nice.
Hello and welcome to the Rugby Rundown.
A one-stop shop for all rugby lovers and even those new to the game. From unparalleled access, big-name interviews, and special features, we've got you covered.
I'm Alana Mar, and make sure to check out the Rugby Rundown on the Rugby Network.
New episodes dropping Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Eastern on TRN.
Hey, rugby fans, Jocko here. Make sure that you watch the Rugby Rundown. Get some.
Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Let the bass. Let the bass kick.
Today's presentation of Major League Rugby is brought to you by Beard Guys, the official grooming partner of Major League Rugby, and Globant, the official digital transformation partner of MLR. When technology meets passion, the unthinkable happens. Let's take a look here at the first 40-minute highlights.
Wonderful little chip from Isaac to Tamaki, putting it over the top for Cooper Coates the rundown. This was a great start for NOLA Gold in this match today. And they took a little bit of early control, moving it out the back. Excellent hands to their French star. In the corner, Xavier Mignot gets his second try of his NOLA Gold career in just 2 games. But Miami did find themselves coming back into the match, and this laser ball from Thomas Capelle, in the end, gets Alex Tucci going over the big man, gets that first try for Miami, and actually, Dan, we have a tight game. 15 points to 12. NOLA are in the lead.
Well, yeah, look at the stats brought to you by Beard Guys. What catches your eye?
Well, the territory is definitely in NOLA's favour, and that's been really operated by number 10, Dorian Jones. But the handling errors, particularly around the line out, it's something that hasn't been great from NOLA Gold, and that's probably allowed Miami off the hook. They're still very much in this game, the home team, and there is a little bit of a wind going across field. We should have pointed that out maybe in the first half, and Miami got it behind their backs. Could the tide turn come this second 40 minutes?
Well, Abdallah Stanford joining commentary by former US Eagle and San Diego legend player Will Hooley, co-host of the Rugby Rundown.
10 seconds.
We are gearing up here for the second half.
Thank you. Yes, I hear you.
Sun is shining.
Perfect.
The breeze is blowing, having an impact here on the kickers.
Come on.
You're watching Major League Rugby Round 2, an Eastern Conference showdown between Miami and NOLA Gold. 15-13 the score to NOLA on the left of your screen. Miami in pink and blue receive this on the right. Looking for a downfield kick from Flav Martín Elías to NOLA Gold. Their back three looking to scoop this one down. Cooper Coates done it once before with the boot. And this is Dorian Jones, who's had such a stunning game so far as the Welsh Sevens international. He chases, doesn't get in the way. Stays with Elias. And now Miami. To the line they go.
Use it!
Santiago Viadella, the inside centre, played at fullback last week, just tells Kubeli to take the pressure off and to put it up. Malans chases and gets a good solid tackle. Times it to perfection. NOLA with the big frame of Paul Mullen. Played for Harkin Galveston.
Use it!
He's an alumni of the Aggies at Texas A&M University. As their scrum off, Luke Campbell from Mass University kicks it downfield to Elias, who's well positioned yet again. This time Viadella puts it to the boot, trying to get to the right-hand side. It's Cooper Coates looking to cut loose. We've seen him on the Sevens World Series as well. He's such a dangerous runner. Beautiful try in the first half for the man playing for New Orleans, team that is in year number 8 of Major League Rugby. Bonasso inside his 22.
Backward, keep moving.
Just a ping-pong affair here between the two sides. Another one over the top from NOLA Gold, but able to bounce up here. It's a nice little scoop and a kick from Elias yet again. NOLA Gold content to put it downfield.
Retreat. No, backward.
And Miami
backward.
content to do the same thing. So when will this end? Bonasso again. He goes high. He chases. And sitting back here in the pocket, Julian Roberts. Roberts puts it to the boot.
Move out. Keep
This is going to be a record passage of play here. And a mark is called.
Kick tennis, Dallin. That's what that's called.
Okay, 10, you're good.
But it's so important that that man, Elias, and then Cabele, they're the ones, the 9 and 10 of Miami, they've got to hit the territory. They've got to try and give their side, well, put their side, I should say, in the right areas of the field. So a bit of patience shown by both teams, but expect that probably early in this second half. Both teams trying to get that territory win.
And what's interesting, too, about the way they're keeping it in the field of play purposely until the end here, Miami decide, listen, let's go to the lineup, let's attack from there.
Yeah, and it's something that we heard from Jose Pellicena about how he said that they do kick the ball, and they're happy to do that and stay patient, and they don't want to kick it out. They don't want to give teams an easy set piece, particularly a NOLA team that came into this game pretty strong. But they haven't always been that accurate this area. They're accurate there. Now NOLA get going forward.
Little drive there. O'Toole comes into the back of it. Top try scorer for NOLA Gold with 17. He's got 20 total in MLR. Playing for another team, of course. Around the fringes, Campbell goes. Nice run for this NOLA side. Their best season last year, the 2024 Eastern Conference semi-finalists. Their first time to make the playoffs. And Ardell comes flying in.
Great steal.
And that is another brilliant pinch.
If
the
it's a
turnover
Matador,
kick.
you guys leave it.
Uruguayan's having a really strong game. Not only is he an absolute nugget and tough to tackle when he's got the ball, but because he's so low, he gets such compact over the ball. It's so hard to move him. Such a strong position. A reminder that turnovers happen when you can keep your feet on the ground, don't drop a knee, get low, get your head towards the ball. Those back rowers out there, that is how you get great clinical turnovers. Great work from the Uruguayan.
And it's fearless play. It's absolutely fearless. In the face of it. Nice catch there. Do you get to keep the ball? Nope, not at this ground. We need it to keep going. Great skills from the crowd here. Miami Sharks now find themselves back on attack. Kirby Myhill played for Llanelli 54 times in the Scarlets as well. Over 50 appearances there. To the tail, not accurate. O'Toole has it on the other side of things for NOLA Gold. Disappointing set piece for Miami. Turned around there from Tongawea. Now just moving it down the chain. A dummy there from the fullback Coates. Little stab through. This one rolls out.
I've seen it. The same thing as your player did earlier. I understand.
There we go, just set piece ball, just not going to hand.
Good on you.
It's just things like this for Miami, and I know it's week 2 of MLR. You're going to still see maybe a few of those errors, but that is a part of the game where, Dallin, if you don't have good, strong set-piece platform, then you're never going to allow the backs to come into play, your attack to get
Inside
going.
one of you can't both stand there.
Kirby Myhill, obviously the one throwing it in, but there's a whole sort of complexion to the line-out as they go again and miss it.
2 in a row. Toole has us here. We saw Tomas Casares is on the field wearing 19 for Miami, but not able to pinch it on that occasion. Here comes NOLA Gold yet again. A little stutter step in midfield. A nice carry. Foliaki does well. 9 caps for the Ikalitai of Tonga.
Timing's fine.
Nice little break again in midfield. Here's Jonah Ma'u, the big number 8. Jones linking up on the left. And it's Munoz has come all the way from the right-hand side. And he's thrown to the ground from Ben Bonasso. You know how dangerous Munoz can be. Tries in both games so far. That's the veteran Cam Dolan. He says he's still the best golfer in Major League Rugby. I don't know about that, Will. We'll have to check up on those stats later. But here comes Roberts with a nice run. The in, the out for NOLA Gold. The switch as well from Cooper Coates.
Contest is good.
Visitors now have their ball pinched from them. There's Miami have a second turnover in a row.
Great steal from Santiago Videla, the Chilean international. Usually finds himself out on the wing or at fullback, but today comes in at the center, the number 12 role. And this is a great steal. I did like this attack. Take to the line again, Doran Jones, and then again, I think there's Titamaki who runs it to the line.
Okay, yeah.
Is it this there? Just great work from Videla. Gets the tackle, releases, and goes straight on the ball.
does give Miami a chance just to get back in enemy
Yep,
territory.
play on.
Still 15-13 the score, but impressed with Julian Roberts as well, the young gun, 24 years of age and picture from Hawaii. It's so good to see these young American players coming into the league.
Absolutely, you know, especially from these colleges, the likes of a Life University, seeing some fantastic products, St. Mary's, obviously Cal Berkeley, you name it. College rugby is very strong.
Nice ball to Elias on the outside. Oh, it's a big shot that comes in. And we just mentioned his name, Julian Roberts, with the shot that gets the turnover. Well, that's a commentator's dream. No. Thank you, Roberts.
We were literally looking at each other and saying, yes, good on you when we're talking you up. Julian Roberts, of course, gets the nod this week, comes into the starting lineup. Great awareness just to close the ball down. You're that last line of defense on the edge. If you make that decision wrong, you can be really exposed. Excellent work there by the number 11 for NOLA Gold.
And you mentioned he played at the Running Eagles of Life University. He also played with the men's club also. Now he finds himself with the professional contract here with the NOLA Gold side. Miami Sharks have made a change in the front row as well. It's Sean McNulty's on the field, 5 caps for the US. MLR champion in 2021 alongside his brother with Los Angeles, a man that supports Movember and Men's Health, a great character. He's in the middle of the scrum. Gold at the back, Jonah Ma'u, the number 8. And Campbell kicks downfield, just chasing Miami back. It's a clever little kick, because there are not a lot of options here, except for trying to get it out with not much room to move.
Keep coming,
and that's a beautiful kick in the end.
Considering the angle, that's a fantastic outcome.
You must go back, even if it's over.
From Videla, I think. Yeah, it was number 12 for Miami. But I also really enjoyed the kick there from Luke Campbell. Just sort of sniped that down the blind side, used his right foot, the inside, or should I say the outside of his right foot, to place it into the corner, coffin corner as I like to call it. But Miami did well to clear their lines.
Yeah, Danny Lee said the hardest position to choose from is the scrum offs. Luke Campbell, Ruben DeHaas, Damian Stevens on the squad. All 3 should be starting. And here comes Roberts yet again, looking for work. Here's the left wing. Here's Campbell now, the halfback. Now this one gives a little bit of a loose pass, as we just mentioned, how tight that competition is for the number 9 jersey. Of course, Danny Lee, a former number 9 himself for the All Blacks of New Zealand. Coach tied his things up. And again to the boot with that breeze now coming against the NOLA Gold side. Viadella goes long with his kick for Miami. Chases NOLA back all the way to that far side. Coates brings it down to the 22. It's not backwards, it's okay. That's Martín Elías is there. Former Dallas Jackals player.
13, go backward.
Good kick.
Very nice kick.
Going quickly.
NOLA, quick throw in from Mignot. And again, a chip over the top. Lots of chases. But not too much pressure.
18, go back, you're getting penalized.
Roberts with a little soccer skills to keep it alive. He's got space on the left-hand side. The contact comes in. Here's NOLA Gold. Now around the fringes. Moni Tangawea. He's with the Santa Barbara Rugby Academy for a few years. Here's Cam Dolan, the US Eagles sensation. Still going strong in year 7 with NOLA Gold. Him and William Wagspack, the other 2. It's a kick, and it's a good receive here from Tommy Malanos for Miami. Kubeli wants to drive back NOLA again. It's a big kick, maybe too big with that breeze behind it. No! Yes.
I think the post might have saved him there, though, Dallin. That post wasn't there. That ball was going dead. Dorian Jones, who's been superb with his tactical kicking, I think that was one that he just kicked the ball away. But as we watch Kubeli see some space, I tell you what, that post is not there. That's going dead, and then it's going to be a scrum all the way back from where Kubeli kicked it from. So you could say a bit lucky, but for Dorian Jones and New Orleans, they kind of just gave the ball away unnecessarily. So that's why they find themselves in this position.
Well, knowing Kubeli as well, 94 caps for his country, he planned it. He knew where the upright
tell you that.
Exactly. Goal line dropout for NOLA Gold, which will give Miami a chance to attack with. They've stuck in this game, haven't they?
They have, and you can clearly see this kicking mentality now. And I talked about just before we came into the second half, there is that slight breeze that is moving from across your screens right to left, so Miami have it. They want to stay in this battle, maybe see if New Orleans trying to... They don't kick back, they maybe run the wrong one back, try and trap them inside their own half. A lot of patience from Miami and really trying to find that territory.
So just a bit of blood on the go there for one of the NOLA Gold players. A couple players missing out in today's fixture for NOLA. JP Duplessis took a knock last week. Ed Fido as well. Those are the couple of the false changes. But an interesting story about JP Duplessis. He played alongside flanker Kylian Galtier 10 years ago at Montpellier. And now they're teaming up here at NOLA Gold. The rugby community is a small one.
That's why you're such a good commentator down in Stanford. It's that bit of insight for us all there. There you go, 10 years on and they find themselves on a rugby field in Florida. I bet they probably didn't believe that back then, but here they are in a very tight matchup.
All right, Miami Sharks in the tank. Looking to run this one up. Ben Bonasso, former New York in Major League Rugby. US Eagle debut in 2021. He hits the line, Kubeli. Now, the forwards look to drive upfield. Federico Gutierrez, former player in Italy. Now here in the US, Vitiello moves it to the right-hand side. Replacement on the field. Tommy Inciarte looking for a bit of space. He scored in that fixture last time these two sides met last year. Big contact comes in as well. Ball hits the deck. Still alive as energy comes in here. Casares. Ball is loose. It's play on for the Miami Sharks. Space on the outside. Tommy Malanos cuts in. He needs help there. Marcus Fualau is there in support. The Sharks well into the 22 with Sean McNulty. Kubeli looping around the fringes. That's a nice carry from Federico Gutierrez, former Albi player in France. Again, it's Miami. More possession. That's Tau Kaloa Matangi, the big frame. Ordao ripping it free. Ordau's through! He cuts like a chainsaw. Miami Sharks strike.
And he's deserved it in the performance he's put in, both sides of the ball. Ordao, the Uruguayan international, he is such a pivotal player in this Miami team, and he comes up strong. Look at the way he just fights his way through. They take the ball into it now. There's not that much on. You like to think this NOLA team got it sorted. Slight missed tackle. I think it was coming in there from the number 21. Is it Tupo Ofungia for NOLA Gold? But then just brilliant leg drive from Ordao. Pure guts, had no right to get through there, and he gets under the post for an automatic 7 points.
Manu Ordao scored 5 brilliant tries last year. This is his first this season. The Uruguayan international, 29 caps, former Christian Brothers College and Old Christians player. We mentioned his work rate in the loose, the turnovers he gets, the crowd love that, but when he has ball in hand, man, is he tough to stop.
He is tough to stop, and he's just not the biggest guy. I can't stress that enough. But the way he sort of gets low, he's compact, and just brushes off those tackles, went in between two players there. NOLA will be disappointed, but that's a great try from Miami.
It's a first lead for the Miami Sharks. They're up in front, 20 points to 15, 55 minutes gone in this Week 2 contest here in Florida. Here's McNulty yet again. Spent a few years in Bahrain, learned how to play rugby with the Bahrain Rugby Club before going back to his hometown of Dublin, did Sean McNulty. And again, it's the experience of scrum off Tomas Kubeli. Goes up and his team is chasing and then gets the ball back. Now that's a good kick. Kubeli now looking to set some of his backs away. Haven't seen them running too much. And to the boot, as we say, that is Santiago Viedela. It's gone backwards. Not a good angle to work with for NOLA Gold. And they will come upfield, will Miami.
You just feel Miami is starting to really get into their game in this second half. Rarely have we seen them actually go from phase to phase, and I just think the confidence is coming through. Playing in the right areas, Jose Pellicina there, hopefully is staying relatively calm. He knows he's got to go all 80 minutes in this game, and I know Danny Lee will probably be frustrated. Plenty of chances that they didn't take in the first half. Is that going to come back to bite them now in this second half?
Yeah, Pellicina said his style of play he wants to instill is intense rugby, faster on attack, faster on defense, disrupt everything. And of course, be careful as how they manage the referees. Well, they've done so well so far to come back from behind. And it's a good ball out wide. Inciarte rips it to that far side. Miami finally go the width, but NOLA Gold driving towards the touchline. Miracle work to keep it alive. And now here's a good offload to McNulty in a bit of space. He needed to keep that alive, did Sean McNulty, but he's given it away to NOLA Gold. To the deck they go with Tonga, the captain.
Yes, play on, no problem.
Miami coming in to pinch this as well. The ball going back and forth between these two great sides. Tommy Inciarte to the big frame yet again. This time that gives the pass away is Kaloa Matangi. You just want to see him running the big player wearing 18 on his back. Kept with Tonga. Now in midfield comes Viadella. So many internationals sprinkled in this Miami side. They turn it back to the right-hand side. And Inciarte one more time. 36 appearances for Uruguay. 2 Rugby World Cups to his belt. And Miami, this is where they come alive in this period of the second half. There is the big frame. Kaloa Matangi. Keep the change, he says to his opposite number. And Manuel Dow leaves it behind. Roberts has a nice pass for Nola.
From advantage, White.
NOLA Gold. With Jones looking to keep it alive and move it down the field of play. A little step there from the inside centre. Foliaki. Look at Ordao arriving. Try to pinch this one. He does that. Manuel Ordao take a foul. The dummy throw. Back on the inside. Casares does superbly. Here it is. Benjamín Bonasso diving for the line. He's as frightening as artificial intelligence. Miami score a blinder.
He wins it nice and clean. Then he has a
Manuel Ordao take a bow again. So good, the turnover. And then the ability to play it away from that turnover as well. Foliaki takes it into contact. I wonder whether he was going to move it to the width. And there's the Uruguayan. He's straight over the ball, gets it away. And it's just some great patience. Muti, I think, with the pass. For a prop to put that pass on, how good. And Benjamín Bonasso gets in. The USA international ultimately just gifted a try in the end, but it came from the turnover of the Uruguayan superstar who has been brilliant in the second half.
Now.
A tremendous strike from the Miami Sharks. Their 3rd try today, their best one yet. Muti with that beautiful pass. Bonasso's father will be delighted with that, the former rugby coach, as his 7 siblings watch on.
10.
Conversion attempt coming in from Martín Elías. 25-15 all of a sudden.
Kick now.
Don't forget early in the game, it was 12 points to nothing. NOLA Gold were leading. And he kills it in yet again, like he did last week. Martín Elías gets the applause. It's 27-15.
Here we go. Did we see this coming in the first half? No. But they've been really efficient, Miami. As soon as they've got themselves any opportunity, they've taken it. But it's come through some brilliant play for certain individuals. Finished, yes, by number 7, Benjamín Bonasso on screen, but his fellow back rower partner, Uruguayan Manuel Ordao, he has been everywhere. He scored the try before, he then sets it up now. Well done from the number 6 for Miami.
Definitely one of my favorite plays. He takes it right now.
Yes.
Got a chance to call a lot of his games in the Sevens World Series, him and his brother as well. As Uruguay have moved up the rankings in the Sevens World Series.
Inside.
And then internationally as well. Don't forget,
you're on.
the Uruguayan side and Chilean side beat the US in qualification for the last Rugby World Cup. And he's having an absolute stormer.
He is, and also these halfbacks are starting to really be pinpoint with their kicking.
You can take the line.
Cabelli, I expect it from, you know, with all his experience, but also Martín Elías definitely just playing things in the right area, and then you get those opportunities like the turnovers and they come alive. Really encouraging signs for Miami Sharks.
24-year-old Ale Lopetti to throw, younger brother of San Diego Legion, USA Eagle Tavite Lopetti.
Yeah, you're good.
Talk about another good, strong sporting family now. Here is NOLA Gold, delayed ball thrown there. And Ruben de Haas on the park as well, looking to get them on the front foot. De Haas recently with the Free State Cheetahs of South Africa. Dorian Jones goes in to clear things out, does the fly-half. Big contact from Isaac Salmon, former Toronto Arrows player in Hawke's Bay as well. Here's NOLA looking to make some inroads against Miami.
Play on. Backward. All back.
Ball's gone backwards. Roberts cleans things up at a standing start. Is Nikolai Foliaki. Played for Counties Manukau Steelers for a few years in the Western Force in recent times. Another dummy here from Mignot with a bit of space. Beautiful skills to Coates. Cooper Coates, the fullback, skins one. He'll go in and score. NOLA Gold right back in this game. And the Canadian international strikes.
Wow, just like that. Miami will look at their defense and just question why that missed tackle, because that was the only thing that let them down here. Yes, Xavier Mignot is superb and strong, but he just breaks away. Not even quite a missed tackle, it's kind of like half a tackle. It's a weak tackle in the end, I think, by the try scorer, Benjamín Bonasso. Gets his hands free, and Cooper Coates, his second try of the game, does so well, skipping around the Chilean fullback. Videla and gets
25.
pretty much underneath the post.
20 seconds now.
Wow. Right back into it, NOLA Gold.
So many brilliant attacking weapons for this NOLA Gold side. 27-22. We're going to take a very short hydration break. It is 5 points that's in this ball game after an hour played here. And it's NOLA Gold that shell Miami.
In an ever-changing landscape where every decision matters, our mission is clear: to delight our customers at every turn. At Globant, we create the digital products everybody loves and empower global brands by building impactful solutions for millions of people. Our studio networks are responsible for creating experiences that leave a lasting impact, building AI-powered business solutions tailored to each industry, empowering brands with a blend of creativity, strategy, and technology, enhancing efficiency and accelerating breakthroughs with a unique AI model and agents for software development, boosting productivity with cutting-edge tech and implementation services with market-leading partners. Driven by technology and passion, we dare to go far, we dare to go fast, we dare to disrupt. Globant, technology that dares to delight.
Welcome back to the Shark Tank. Well, Miami have been on fire in recent moments, Will.
Yeah, superb. And it's that guy there, Manuel Aldao, the number 6 for Miami. He got the try, and then it was the turnover that led to then this try for Benjamín Bonasso to get over. But you can, well, just before the drinks break, NOLA did come back with a try on their own. So yes, Miami, it's been all about them the last 10 minutes, but you could just see the momentum shift as NOLA picked up that last try.
You're watching a brilliant crash here in week 2. How does that one sit? Emilia Luciano is right there, and it will be Miami ball. And NOLA Gold, they do such a good job of keeping Miami pinned back.
It's almost been a set piece in itself, the restart kickoff. For both teams, I would say Doran Jones has done so well in the first half. He was pinpointing some restarts, and then that, for Miami, a fantastic restart. Just now putting a little bit of extra pressure on NOLA Gold. Lepetti has to throw this in.
Keep the mark, don't come in.
Miami want to keep playing in these areas of the pitch.
10 meters.
Lepetti, former Peninsula Green rugby player, Life West rugby as well. A shortened line-out. Dolan goes in, and it is not straight because there was a lifting pot from Miami.
Point and case. Point and case. Great restart for Miami. NOLA didn't deal with it. They then had to have a line out inside their 22. Little bit of extra pressure on Lepetti, and they're not straight. And look what happens now. Miami have a line out to for themselves to mount an attack in such a good area of the field.
Miami Sharks in their second season. They won 6 last year. And they split games with NOLA. Looking now to the shorter front of the line out. Manuel Dow comes flying in. He sets a contact point here for Kubeli to work with. Miami looking for their threats to exploit. Here's Sean McNulty, the 29-year-old. US international Muti, who was instrumental in that last try, with advantage now for Markete Muti and his team. Former great Northwestern Athletic Conference Division lineman of the year. And the whistle will go from referee Robin Kaluzniak.
Watch that.
Penalties are starting to creep in now for NOLA Gold.
Yeah, just right here.
If my count is right, I think that's about their 8th penalty in the game so far. As now we just wonder whether Miami, you'd like to think, take the points, get at least a score in front, an 8-point lead. Jonah Mattel picked up a yellow last week. He's such a talisman. He's a brilliant ball carrier. He's a fantastic defender. But as a leader, you want to keep your discipline. Unnecessarily there,
if he does,
offside.
Clearly in front before that.
And now an easy 3 points.
Well, it's a story for both sides. Both sides having 3 cards last week. Miami a red and 2 yellows. And NOLA 3 yellows. Important part of the game as well, not to concede. This from in front for the 3rd penalty for Martín Elías. And every time they get there, they seem to get points. And it's Miami that need 30 points to 22 right now, 17 minutes to go.
Still plenty of rugby left. But Miami are really just trying to give that control. It's looking comfortable when they get into the red zone. The fact that they're coming away with points so regularly just gives you a lot of confidence as a team. And meanwhile, NOLA, there's going to be maybe a few questions around. So, like, what are we doing wrong? Line-out's gone to fault. Discipline's not great. For Danny Lee, you really want to cut some of these mistakes out.
Well, there's another mistake as NOLA try to get it back. And there's Danny Lee right now just speaking into his microphone. We, of course, had a good chat to him this week. He coached you back in San Diego. Give us some of the things you like about Danny Lee's coaching.
He's very detailed. I know absolutely he brings structure to the game, and everyone will know their role coming in, which is really important. And you've seen that. There's no doubt about it that NOLA have shown some quality in their attack. But in terms of just the discipline and the handling areas, that's something a coach can't control. That's a coach killer.
Totally.
And that's something that today is just been letting them down. And unfortunately, in the coaching box, you can do nothing about it. On the field, as a player, you've got to take onus. You've got to sort it out.
Danny Lee assisted by Taylor Howden. And Kane Thompson, big scrum comes in here, but it is the Miami Sharks, and their coaches look on with Fernando Guatteri. He's assisting the forwards, and Dimitri Efthymio with Jose Pellicina will be happy about that scrum penalty.
Just little things are starting not to work for NOLA Gold. And just having this time off now, if I was a player, if I'm on the field for NOLA, I'd just be trying to get my boys in as a leader, trying to just cut it. You want your leadership group stepping up, saying enough's enough. I've played in so many different sides where you have maybe a key word being said, might be even a color being shouted out, just to get everyone just to settle, be like, right, let's stop, let's get our specific detail right, correct, focus on ourselves. Really trying to cut out the mistakes, because at the moment it's just getting quite repetitive for NOLA. Set piece, handling, discipline, all around the park.
NOLA Gold last year, well, they went on a hot streak last year. They won 7 of 8 matches during their hot streak, and they're a side that thrive in that momentum. Founded in 2017 by Tim Falcon, and a recent partnership with Intervale Capital led by David John and Terry Dupont, becoming majority owners. Their goal is to take their team, NOLA Gold, to the next level. It's called Vision 31 as they head to the next Rugby World Cup that we host here in 2031 on American soil. So it's great to see the different ownership groups and putting it out there, how they want to grow the game in various departments.
I love that. I love that. One of the OGs, you could say, of Major League Rugby, NOLA Gold.
Right here.
Honestly, having that vision going forward.
17, not pushing straight.
The gold mine, such a great place to go and play your rugby, I know, as a visiting team. And New Orleans, such a great city. It's great to see and great to hear. You know, it's not just about the here and now. It's about the legacy of this competition and building towards a legacy of a Rugby World Cup coming to the United States. Every team, not just New Orleans, is trying to do their bit in growing the game.
That's right. We have 5 original franchises that remain. And then in 2020, New England and Old Glory DC joined us. Chicago joined in 2023. Miami, in picture, joined in 2024 alongside Anthem Rugby Club. Here is Sean McNulty at the back. It's the Miami Sharks in their colorful strip. Miami Vice-like. Tomas Kubeli pointing, just marshalling his sides. He goes to the right. It's the outside center. Giuseppe Toy out of Maple Ridge, British Columbia in Canada. Miami putting their stamp on this game so far in the second half. And there's Ordauya again with another great carry from the number 6. Just 26 years of age from Montevideo in Uruguay. Elias goes wide. Malanos decides to keep it himself. He's helped there by Santiago Videla. They come flying in as try scorer Ben Bonasso. Born in Connecticut, the 27-year-old. Here's Kolamatangi, former New Zealand under-20 player. Featured 11 times across 2 years with the team. Nice little skip and jump. Tomas Casares, fresh US international with 3 caps. It's gone back. Videla plays on to the 22. Here come the Miami Sharks once more. Kubeli pulling all the strings. Here's Muti. The big frame from Hawaii. Federico Gutierrez finds his scrum off. Another replacement. Tomas Beckerman's on the field. Turns just 23 next month on March 9th. Beckerman, family watching from Mendoza in Argentina. And the Marista Rugby Club. McNulty, that first receiver. They're really putting the phases together. Are the Sharks. Gutierrez carries one more time.
8 outs, 8.
Miami looking for a penalty potentially. Or they'll have a snap for the drop goal from Martín Elías off the upright. It's play on. Here come the Sharks. What a grab. 5 meters out. It could still turn out for them. And the penalty conceded.
This man.
Ordell come flying in. He says, no, sir, it wasn't me.
Watch this. Elias, it was slow ball. I was literally thinking, great decision. Holds up in the wind, hits the post. A kick is only as good as its chase. Where's the NOLA Gold players? In the end, it lands perfectly. I think, was it Marco Young on that far side? And then the clear out, just illegal from Ordell. Maybe he was overly excited. Correct decision, though, for the drop goal. You're not going anywhere as a halfback. Think about what you can do to influence the game. Take that 3 points, build that lead again. Hit the post. Boy, that nearly turned into a try.
So close as Cam Dolan, you see, getting some attention there. The real estate mogul, two-time America's Rugby Championship winner. He's vital for them as well in the lock position. He gets the treatment so far. Maybe he's closing a sale on a new house, so he just needs to leave the field. But we've seen tremendous action in this game. Here's another look, Will.
Are you staying on?
Yeah, it wasn't the best contact. You could just see he's looking at it. He's hoping, he's hoping. Oh, not quite. It did just hold up in the air.
Robin.
Maybe that bit of wind was taking it.
No foul play.
Just hit the post.
You're good. Play on, play on.
So 8 points the difference so far.
No, play on, play on.
12.5 minutes to go.
Side entry number 20.
Dorian Jones will knock this penalty towards the touchline. And NOLA will start their march upfield. Just scored the 1 try from Cooper Coates in the second half.
Still very much in it. 8 points, 13 minutes still on the clock. They've got to get themselves back up the field. Something they did so well in the first half with the territory. Maybe slightly difficult because they're playing into a slight breeze, but this is where Dorian Jones, now Ruben de Haas on the field, he's got to try and bring that playmaking ability, game management to get NOLA up the field in the right areas.
You're so right. 15 new faces this year for the NOLA Gold side.
Time on.
Just looking back at their records, JP Ulof holds the points records, 219 points. NOLA Gold, they're a side that have been threatened in years gone by. Last year, their best one to date. Semi-finalist in the Eastern Conference. Oh, this line out comes to Benjamín Bonasso again for Miami Sharks. NOLA will not be satisfied with their set piece. Kubeli around the fringes, Markete Muti again.
Don't shout at me.
The Sharks, short ball, Elias, spilt backwards. Here's Kubeli looking to clean things up, the 35-year-old from Buenos Aires, Argentina, out of the Belgrano Athletic Club. Diego Ordell, Manuel Ordell plays. In fact, his brother watches on as Kaloa Matangi hits the deck. Player that returns to Miami to lend his power. Viedello at a standing start. Whistle has gone.
We're going to come back for the scrum over here. Yeah. Thank you. Knock on in the tackle.
Nothing going on there. So we're coming all the way back, and just the time, the clock just eats itself. Tatamaki comes off, and I think Reese Botha wearing number 23 is on the field. I really like this player, really good, young, domestically qualified now. Lindenwood product for NOLA Gold. I'm always excited to see him on the field. I'm interested to see where his favorite best position is. He plays a lot at 10. I think he's going to come into the centers.
Yeah, he comes from a great school, King Edward School in South Africa, with literally Brian Abana attended as well. As you said, he's a versatile player, received that rugby scholarship to Lindenwood University. Played 7s and 15s there. A lot of these young players coming through, and Seattle have done a good job as well. A lot of players coming from other countries, and they become residents and then represent the United States. So if you can get a player young enough into the US, the future's bright. But Cam Dolan, he'll be done for the day as he limps off, unfortunately. Needs to get back to his golf game, I think.
Does love his golf for Cam, but he'd be disappointed to limp off the field. And NOLA will be disappointed to lose someone like him. In these tight games, you need your leaders. So losing someone like Cam Dolan will be a loss. And hey, now Miami have a great attacking platform inside the NOLA Gold third. Interesting to see whether they attack this blind side. There's a bit of space on that right-hand edge.
Kubeli, Ordell, he picks himself. Ordell throws a dummy, drives upfield again. What an explosive player to have in your team. Slow ball there for Kubeli, and the NOLA pack comes flying in. Good work from them. Really good stuff. Aiden King leading the charge.
Let it go.
That's a great counter ruck. I think, yeah, Cabelli, I think, took a knock, so that's one of the reasons he was slow to the ruck. But in the end, Nola get away from him. It was a good attack. Guess who it was again? Manuel Ardao. He must have heard me, picking to that right-hand side, down the blind, got some good meters. But then Nola did really well to get that counter-attack, counter-ruck in. And now they just put themselves up the field. We really have not seen them much in this second half inside the Miami half.
So right, it's a game of momentum. Early on, it was with NOLA Gold, and now they're up against it. But they have a chance to come back here. They trail by 8. Attention.
Got it.
Ale Lopetti just chatting here up front. Played football and rugby in high school. And this crowd certainly loving professional rugby here. The Inter Miami Sports Field, nicknamed the Shark Tank. Such colourful kits, such colourful fans as well. Growing the game one fan at a time.
Can you confirm we're good to play, Ryan?
All right, NOLA Gold, what do we have here?
Good to go.
The men from the gold mine. They beat Anthem Carolina 35-14 last week, scored 5 tries. Patatul got a couple. Roberts has knocked this one backwards, and no, it has gone forwards in the end.
It's just that bit of accuracy, it's just really letting New Orleans down. Handling errors and at key moments. That line-out has just not functioned like it did last week against Anthem, and it just shows what happens when it doesn't. They're just not the same team. They're their own problem at the moment. Muti comes off, got a shout out to him, the big #1 for Miami Sharks. What a shift he's put in. Set up one of the tries, beautiful pass, but he's just been everywhere. Got his hands on the ball. Scrummaging's been a lot better this week, Miami, compared to last week. He's had a big performance, the #1.
He really has. He featured in Super Rugby Americas for the American Raptors in a couple of years gone by, and now at home in Major League Rugby. The Sharks lost last week 31-29. They are looking to go one better this week in front of their home crowd. 2 home fixtures against Chicago and Utah Warriors to come. But that's a big shove from NOLA Gold. They picked this one up. Hungry for possession. Ruben De Haas picks around the fringes. Helped there by Aiden King, Penn State University product.
No problem.
Oh, it's a loose ball that's on the ground. Still stays with the men from New Orleans. A very tight attack with all the players bunched up here for De Haas and his side. Jones just puts one over the top. How does his? Kicks it up.
Yeah, brilliant.
Very nice.
That is absolutely brilliant. Going nowhere, static. And honestly, even Dorian Jones, you've got to say, if New Orleans is going to get back into this game, he's going to be the leader behind it.
Yeah, here's a look at your player of the match candidates. Absolutely brilliant. You mentioned Muti and Ardao. How many times have we called his name? Such an impact.
I'm about to say, probably play a drinking game for the amount of times I've said Manuel Ardao. He's been superb. Muti, I've already mentioned as soon as he went off the field. And then Dorian Jones, his kicking game's been superb. They're going to need that if they're going to want to get back into this in the last 6 minutes or so.
And here comes one of those players that you put up there. It's Manu Ardao. He carries on, needs to be solid, and was. The pressure on Elias, who pulls us because of that chase, gives NOLA Gold a nice opportunity to attack outside the 22.
Key moments now. Key moments for NOLA to really set something. They've been not accurate in this area of the line out in recent times. They are gonna have to score. Gonna have to score. As I think they even try and do a quick one to get away with it. Need to just go to their go-to man. Whatever it is this line out, don't make it complicated. They just need to get the ball in hand, build some phases. Because when they have done, there's been threats across the park. But they just need the ball from this line out.
Don't throw it until I blow time on.
All right, trying to go quickly. There was Ale Lopetti, told to hold it from our referee.
Stand in, I'll blow time on.
Canadian Kaluzniak. De Haas is at the front of the line-out in this planned move for NOLA Gold. Ma'u peels away. And now they set the maul. Do NOLA. Upfield, they crash to the deck, so De Haas has got to play this one away. Look at the forwards with Isaac Salmon. He goes upstream. NOLA Gold still trailed by those 8. They need to get on the board next. That's a better attack. Players are there too. Lopetti. And now it is Jonah Ma'u, the 26-year-old. De Haas wants quick ball, changes direction. There's the behind-the-back pass. Jones does well. Looking for that flick was Reese Botha, 24-year-old out of Johannesburg, South Africa. And again, they crack it upfield. Here's Salmon one more time. Can they penetrate this Miami defense? The clear-outs are very good as De Haas keeps going the same way. Jones, the fullback coach, leaves it behind. It's been kicked towards the touchline by Marcus Young. But as you said, the time just ticks away.
Great defense from Miami. Coming off the line, connected and well, and making good hits. No real space for Dorian Jones. He's trying to go to the line. He's trying to get one of his runners to pick something off him. But they're running into brick walls at the moment. They need to just try and get that tempo back into their attack. Maybe a few tired bodies out there, but for Miami, that was great defense.
A big few minutes remaining in this game. The crowd really into this one. Sean McNulty with a good throw. Played for a record 5 by the teams LA, Seattle, San Diego, New England, and New York. The kick downfield to put the pressure back on Roberts and Nola. Here's Cooper Coates. He knows he needs to keep ball in hand. There are just 3 minutes left in this contest. De Haas. That's a nice dummy. Ma'u carries well. And now the pick and go as well upfield. Ma'u still going. Brilliant stuff for NOLA Gold. Jonah Ma'u. Great appreciation for the laws. Keeps it alive with a flick. Here comes Nola. Botha thought about the big pass. He kept it. He gets gobbled up. Time to strike. And it's time to strike now. Isaac Salmon out of Christchurch, New Zealand. Ma'u with a brilliant breakout. And now they go wide. Here's Roberts. Julian Roberts trying to skip through that far side. It's Geltier, the French international from Montpellier. This is better stuff from the visiting team. They are very close. Jones. Ma'u yet again has started the madness. He carries well. And the flick from the number 8. Support runners are there. And that has been knocked down. It will be a penalty. And in fact, we may go to the pocket. It's Miami. Their discipline we mentioned in the build-up could be very costly.
Tackle off the ball in a good attacking position. The yellow card.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking how that came quick and fast, that tackle off the ball. It was a good blocking line. I think done really well by Nola. I think Benny Bonasso is speaking to the referee saying it was obstruction. He had to take him, but no, he completely wiped out the man. And he goes to the bin. And you just think after last week, Dallin, Miami, surely not again. There's 3 points. They're into a 1-score game now.
That's a quick kick from Dorian Jones. 30 points to 25 with a minute 15 to go. Benny Bonasso will take no further part in this game. He'll have to watch with the crowd.
Time off. We're not wasting time. Let's go. Time is off.
Here we go. How will this game finish? Under a minute to go. We saw absolute scenes last week. Miami don't want any of that this week. NOLA Gold, a long way to go. But a converted try will win them this game. They'll have to go for the own line. The pinch is there from the Miami Sharks. They need to close out this game. 20 seconds to go. On the field is Tommy Inciarte, the replacement halfback. Tao Kolomatangi, he carries. Told to use it, just move the ball and keep it tight for Miami. Gutierrez hits the line. Time is almost over. Tomas Casares, once the referee says we're done. Happy? Check that, 2 minutes to go. As they reset the clock sides. Sean McNulty. Still, they got to keep this ball. Gutierrez yet again.
Issue right here, 17.
And a hit off the ball.
Let's tackle the ball carrier, not the supporter.
Jared Adams, Miami Sharks. They're almost there.
That, Dallin, I think's the game. Martín Elías will surely take his time and take 3 points. He's pointing to the corner.
1 minute. Time is off right now.
If I'm the captain, go for 3, use the clock. Yes, he is going to do that and take it to an 8-point lead. The way he's been kicking as well has been great. But for NOLA Gold, another bit of ill discipline. It really has summed their performance up today. So many areas of this game They've had control and given it away. Poor discipline, handling errors. And in the end, Miami have really been allowed to come alive, and credit to them. This goes over.
Yeah,
that's game over.
You must kick before
The
that.
Sharks can get the win.
Martín Elías with his coach watching on, Jose Pellicina, the 47-year-old.
Yes, there will be a restart.
He has aged a few years in the last 2 weeks, I tell you that much. It's a stressful game. Miami Sharks looking for their first win this season.
He has until 42.
Eastern
We do
Conference
not
side.
charge. We cannot charge.
30 seconds
No
to
charge.
go.
Yeah.
They've each scored 3 tries, but it's the boot that has made the difference.
Till 42.
Martín Elías with a hushed crowd here in the Shark Tank.
No kick.
Oh, and he's timed out. So the kick doesn't count.
You did not kick before 42.
And he's timed out. He waited too long. Elias, the drama continues.
Oh my God. Oh, poor Jose. Surely not. You could tell Elias was watching the clock. Just don't go down to the last second. It just wasn't needed. There has to be a restart of the game anyway. Referee said that. Just didn't need to do it. I just hope for the Sharks' sake this doesn't bite them. Oh no.
That is crazy. So here we go. They do have one more chance. NOLA Gold are not done. A converted try will win it. They've got to go from just outside their 22. Danny Lee looks on. The watch parties look on.
Got to say that they're going to put everything in this scrum, maybe get a penalty, allows them to get downfield again. It's been an area that NOLA have shown their power. They just need to stay disciplined, though.
Okay, wait. Here we go.
Definitely want to try and push Miami up and get a penalty from this.
NOLA Gold, a win last week, 35-14 against Anthem. And now they're down by 5.
Coach.
We mentioned how close the fixtures were last year between these two sides, 1 apiece.
Set.
Ruben de Haas feeds for NOLA Gold, their last chance in this game.
Use it!
Jama'u, who had such a brilliant breakout in recent times, gets it away in midfield now. Coates goes to Roberts, needs to stay in the field of play. Julian Roberts against fullback Tommy Malanos. They're over the halfway line. That's a great first carry. Here's Kylian Galtier. And the ball's ripped, and it's Miami Sharks that will get their first win of 2025. Listen to the crowd in the Shark Tank. They've taken out an excellent NOLA Gold team here, and they are jumping for joy. After last week's chaotic finish, they win the city to 25.
And guess who it was? The last tackle of the game and the turnover. Manuel Ardao, the number 6 for Miami, has been world class. Match winning in the end. Wow. What a moment. You just thought Miami might throw it away, but they hold on.
Let's take a look at the moment of the match. There were so many brilliant ones to choose from, but this was just so special.
It comes from the turnover. Ardao gets in, and it's not just the turnover, but he plays it away. And in the end, Big Mutti. Watch this from the big man. Perfect pass into Bonasso. He finishes it off, and that is when Miami pulled away. NOLA then had to come back, and it just wasn't enough for them. Nearly Miami threw it away, but they hold on.
The flags are flying. We'll be right back with our post-match from the Shark Tank. Miami have their first win. They've beaten NOLA 30-25 in week 2 of Major League Rugby.
I can't tell if that's the chest hair or the beard hair.
You know what? I think we've got off to the wrong foot here with the soul patches and the beards.
Shave me off. This looks terrible.
Beard could talk. What would it say?
I don't know. I wouldn't say much. It's pretty thin. It's pretty malnourished.
What you think? Oh man, yeah, touch your brother nice.
Welcome to the Rugby Rundown.
A one-stop shop for all rugby lovers, from unparalleled access, big-name interviews, and special features.
I'm Alona Mar.
Jocko here.
We've got you covered.
Today's presentation of Major League Rugby was brought to you by VitaCost, the official online health retailer of MLR. VitaCost.com. Take the cost out of healthy living. And Beard Guys, the official grooming partner of Major League Rugby. Welcome back to Florida. A first win this season for Jose Pellicina and his Miami side. They were so close last week, but they get it done in the Shark Tank by 30-25 against NOLA Gold. What a contest we saw there. Our player of the match, Manu Ardal. Buenos dias, Manu. You had a phenomenal game yourself, my friend. Listen, how are you feeling right now? The emotional roller coaster of these 2 weeks has been dramatic, hasn't it?
Yeah, honestly, last week was really tough for us. We think we deserve the game, but deserving is not enough, and the evidence is just 1 week away. And we work on the week, the initiative on this game, that somebody has to pay the bill, and hope it wasn't us. So thankfully, the plan went its way, and we get the win.
Superb game, my man. Really well done. What was said at half-time? Because NOLA looked like they had a bit of control, but you guys were much better in the second half.
Yeah, what we talked in the locker room was like, keep working the same way, that they will crack. And I think for a while they cracked on the second half. And there, in that moment, we had to put the foot on the gas, and I think we did it quite well. Of course, there are plenty of stuff to fix and work on the week. Heading to North Carolina Anthem on next Friday, and I think the game was good and really good for the mind, for the confidence. Sorry.
Love that. Hey, I just want to ask you, what do you prefer, scoring tries or getting turnovers? Because you did everything today.
50-50, honestly.
Manu, I want to finish off. Well, of course, I've seen you and your brother play on the Sevens World Series. What do you guys eat? What do you guys eat back at home? Because you are built like an absolute machine.
Concrete. No. Just regular food. Working tough only.
Beautiful. Manu, we'll let you go. A final word for your fans watching from overseas and watching locally.
Thanks. Only thanks. And we have them present here in our hearts and our mind every game. So thankful of everything, and all the fans are here in Miami, Inter Miami. So it's awesome. Honestly, it's awesome.
Go enjoy tonight, my friend. Well done and well played.
Thank you very much.
Player of the match, and we take a look at our stats brought to you by Beard Guys.
Yeah, there we go. Look at the handling errors. 11 in the end from NOLA Gold, and also they had a lot of penalties as well. And there's things like that, the controllables, that just let them down. But credit to Miami, they came alive, they were efficient and clinical in their opportunities, took them, and in the end came away with their first win of the season. Dallin, in this Eastern Conference, when you go up against each other, it's so important to get wins. Get home wins. Jose Pellicina there will be delighted.
They'll take 4 competition points, will Miami, and a bonus point for NOLA Gold for losing within 7. Next week, NOLA face the Utah Warriors, but the Chicago Hounds come here to the Shark Tank to face Miami. Thanks for joining us for week 2 in the 2025 season. For Will Hooley and our entire crew, I'm Dallin Stanford saying thanks for watching Major League Rugby Season 8. Be safe out there, and we'll see you soon, you sleek sensations. Wide ball on the outside. Hughes yet again, and Hoyland on the outside. Hoyland to Mueller. Mueller's a gas man. The tank is full. He'll know to the distance.
Wasn't quite there, so the keep. Gonna go over the top, but picked by New England. This one would be just a beautiful start for New England. Does he have the legs? Oh my goodness, what a shrug there. He's able to shrug.
America played in the urban competition, the top 40. Beautiful dummy. Robertson's in the space. Here comes DC. Jason Robertson. Jason Bourne is in.
kick through the grubber. Balikana racing forward, he comes up with it, and the Superman try looked like absolutely...
Possession. Jace Robertson with a cross kick. It's a risky kick. They could keep it in hand, but Mueller's chasing. How does it set up? Oh! Sets up for Mueller. He's there for the try. I cannot believe it.
Let the bass kick. Let the bass kick. Let the bass Let the bass kick.
When we pick up the ball, we also pick up a legacy. A legacy that stretches beyond your current team. A legacy built on the backs of those who came before you with hard work. And for those who will come after you, we promise it won't be easy. But we'll be there, supporting you on and off the field.